Alright, welcome to more of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. Last time we finally entered day 2 in Lemaire. I can't believe we've spent so many hours on day 1. I'm losing my sanity. So let's just get into whatever we were doing last time. Oh god. This save. Surely. Surely. Okay. Why am I here? Oh, I remember. We finished talking to all of the people over in Raquel. Beautiful. And now we're talking to the people of Ordis. I do believe we have a new book to read that I didn't read last time because we were so close to the end. Okay, we have this. We have the Lance Maiden. Ooh. Okay. Oh god, that's right. She is here. Am I gonna have to fight her today? Did you lower your volume? No, I didn't. Sometimes on Twitch, you have to mute Twitch's volume and then unmute it, and then it readjusts the volume. I don't know why, but I have that problem with that website all the time. But that usually fixes it for me. I don't know. I had to Google it because I was like, there's no way I'm supposed to max out my volume. However, my computer did just update, so I don't know if that changed anything. Is it the mic, the overall volume, or the game volume that you think needs to be louder? Because I have my mic maxed out, so I can't really do anything about that. But I can make the game louder. Okay, the Lance Maiden, year 942. Two shadows wavered in the corner of a dark underground room, lit only by a small bonfire. I see, so you feel an overwhelming presence, do you? A young maiden stood before the fire. The faint breeze passing through the underground blew her hair, giving it the appearance of a flowing stream of gold, contrasting with the massive silver lance she held in her arms. Oh? Are you telling me you wish to turn back before we have even begun? If you are, then so be it. This is far beyond the power of mankind. A young blonde-haired woman with red eyes, wielding a dimly shining staff, answered in an antiquated tone. Wait. A young blonde-haired woman with red eyes. Hold on. We come back to this. Is she not under this? Where's that weird girl? Is it her? She's a young blonde lady with red eyes. I don't know if she has a staff, but I mean, like, it's possible. Okay. Back to books. Answered in an antiquated tone. The maiden shook her head and urged the woman to open the door before her. It bore the crest of a cross, surrounded by spirals. The maiden's name was Leanne Sandlot, the daughter of the Count of Lohengrin Castle in Legram. However, she would be remembered by history as the Lance Maiden. Never mind. Raised in Legram, known for its masterful teachings of warfare, she displayed skill in the art of battle, far surpassing her age. I thought the Lance Maiden was maybe like talking to the weird girl. I guess not. At the young age of 15, she was already a match for the castle knights. It might just be the placebo on your end because you're playing a game with good music, so you turned it up a bit loud. Fair enough. Fair enough. Said to have godlike mastery of a lance on horseback. It wasn't long before she had completely surpassed the other knights in competitions, amassing a veritable mountain of laurels and awards. The country was amazed by this young girl's incredible talent. The tale of the maiden who was stronger than the knights protecting her spread, and people began to flock to her. At age 16, she began hearing a voice in her head. The voice was austere yet magnanimous, and it told Leanne of the duty she had to fulfill and the destiny she had to accept. Naturally, Leanne was upset by this voice only she could hear. However, it wasn't long until she met its owner, a mysterious woman who called herself a witch. Ooh. The witch spoke of an entity sealed far below the castle and of Leanne's duty to become its master. Its presence was overwhelming, and once claimed, it would bring its wielder great power, yet it also had the potential to cause great devastation. After much consideration, Leanne made the decision to undergo its trial. It was her way of trying to bring an end to the Empire's conflicts. In addition, as long as she held this power for her own, the noble families would never be able to abuse it. The witch was surprised by Leanne's answer, but recognized her determination and spirit by offering to help her. Thus, the door opened, and the Lance Maiden and the witch proceeded into the trial. 5 years later, the demise of the Emperor would lead to the beginning of the largest-scale civil war history had ever seen, the War of the Lions. Okay. Lance Maiden is the really strong person in Azure, right? Yeah. I, back then, didn't care as much about, like, AP or whatever, so I later found out I only ever, like, beat her shield her helmet. Assuming I did beat her helmet, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to fighting her again, though. Although, I don't know, Lance Maiden, Steel Maiden, I think they're the same person, but they could be different. They could be. I don't think they are, but they could be. It could be like a yin situation. You totally cheesed her. In Azure, I probably could have come up with a better way to fight her. That whole day was just not a good day. The Port Authority is really busy preparing for the night at the summer festival. Lloyd 100% evasion tank, that's smart. And the other 3 just flung spells. Yeah, I still don't really care about builds, but back then I cared even less about building characters the way they're supposed to be. I just kind of wing it until it becomes a problem. You know? Whatever. Well, it's only the first day, so the turnout isn't too high yet, but on the last day, we fire off the really big fireworks. That always draws a huge crowd every year. The last day, that's after our field exercises are over. We can watch fireworks some other time. Like, apparently, I think Machias and Elisa are, like, super good. I never used either of them. In earlier Cold Steel games, I just didn't, unless I was forced to. I pick characters I like, and I don't care if they're meta. I hired some kid named Yuta to run deliveries, but he brought over some noble girl this morning. I'm not going to be held responsible if some baron comes after his head or something. We're really busy preparing for the summer festival. I don't got time to watch some kid. They're going to start enforcing trade restrictions this afternoon, so we need to hurry up and unload. Okay. This was Yuta and that noble girl. Wasn't she saying that he was scary last time? You'll confess your sins for the Sky Game 0 in Azure. You totally just looked up a build guide. You know, I don't blame you for that. I usually do games blind, but sometimes I'm like, I don't want to think about what stats I need. So like I usually only look up things for games I'm not like streaming because I want to stay as true to blind as possible. But in like Expedition 33, I didn't know what stats they needed. I Googled that crap. I was not thinking about that. Could not be me. Wow, the lighthouse looks so big. I've made deliveries to it before. Except for I think I invested speed in everyone, because this game taught me that speed is very important. The series, Legend of Heroes, you need speed. You need it. It's run by the Port Authority. They're all pretty nice guys. I see. I'd like to go there too someday. You really know a lot, huh, Yuta? I don't think I've ever had this much fun before in my entire life. Aw, she got over being afraid of him. That's so cute. I'm gonna show her around while making deliveries. Her name is Charlotte. Her hair is so pretty. I mean, never mind. I'm only hanging out with her because, well, she just looked so sad, especially for a noble. Oh, is that right, kid? Oh, you let it be. This is making me smile. Oh, I'm taking care of my delivery jobs too. I'm showing her around while going out on deliveries. Next up is the Noble District. They're so cute. I wish you two luck. Oh my god, it's been a day and your parents still aren't done shopping? Is that mall open overnight? Nothing wrong with playing a single player game. Hal, you what? There you go. There you go. If I'm playing with other people, I'll care a little bit more because I don't want to bring the squad down. But I live my life the lazy route elsewise. Look, my lady, isn't that big lighthouse just splendid? Hey, Claire, why doesn't the lighthouse shine during the day? Oh, I know the answer to that. The lighthouse's purpose is to guide ships at night when it's dark. So, when there's storms or fog, it might also shine during the day. Oh, I see. Claire, you know so much. When you're lost, the lighthouse guides the way. So helpful. I was finally able to answer one of your questions. This is a truly momentous occasion. Fun fact, I have seen a good amount of the lighthouses on my coast. My parents, for some reason, are obsessed with lighthouses, so childhood vacations, I saw a lot of those. Wonder, how is your weight coming along? Oh, you're making him diet? About 10 kirims. What is that? You lost 10 kirims? No, I gained 10 kirims. Is that pounds? He gained 10 pounds? I'm not sure how much you weigh now, but you won't be able to take those 10 kirims off at Wed Bud. Wonder, you need to go on a diet. That's asking too much. What are you saying? You won't be able to compete. Sir, you're gonna make the horse suffer. He does not look like he weighs that much, though. He looks fine. He's doing fine. I don't know what the average weight is for a jockey. I honestly didn't know they needed to be a certain weight. We're learning things today. Never made an effort to look for them. Only looked at the ocean. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ortis' summer festival doesn't start until night. Oh, Father, you're all over the place. Just as usual. What are you guys eating? Those are little sandwiches with a singular piece of lettuce on them. Oh, no, it looks like they have some cheese and some meat on them. And then I have no idea what these other things are, except for the rolls, which are really tiny, so they look more like cream puffs. I could go for some cream puffs. I heard that the summer festival starts today, but they seem to still be decorating outside even as we speak. Don't you think it's a little late? Are all the people in Ortis this laid back? It's hard decorating an entire city, sir. It takes a lot of time. Especially if they're not shutting down like foot traffic or anything. I've been lugging my camera around all day. When will the festival start? And ships. That's your favorite pastime? When you're not busy at the beach? Fair enough. Some, I used to really like the older wooden sailboats. We had a lot of those that we would see that you could take like tours on. Those were cool to me. Are you still stressing over your like 2 tables? I don't think you were cut out to be a waiter. I say that as someone who's never been a waiter. My arms have been cramping from all the hard work. Not to mention the summer festival is today. Can I get through this? Will I survive? I don't know. But you literally just have 2 tables. Being a waiter, I'm sure, is very difficult. But there are 2 tables, my guy. I've developed a bad habit of reading the same book over and over again. I used to do that all the time, and then I discovered other books, and now I don't have time to reread things. I've already read this Imperial Chronicle 5 times now. I know I sound like a cheapskate, but that's just how things are on a ship. Oh, that's understandable. I can't say I've ever read a newspaper multiple times, mostly because I don't read newspapers. When Miranda opened up the bar, this whole area was kind of shady. And it wasn't just rowdy sailors, there were gangsters, vagrants, and other general ne'er-do-wells. But Miranda treated us all with a smile, and some delicious paella to boot. Eventually, she became a mother figure of sorts to all of us, always waiting to welcome us back. This was like 10 years ago. Miranda single-handedly changed us all. She's quite a woman, ain't she? Hello. When the summer festival starts, they restrict the boat traffic. The unloading schedule becomes hectic, and it's hard on the sailors. I hope I can whip up something nice for them to eat to keep them energized. Okay. I think we've spoken to everyone here. Yeah, because we can't go through any of the doors. So let's move on. Unfortunately, you're in the middle of your country, so you don't get that many opportunities to go to the beach. Yeah, that does suck. That does suck. Now that I'm older, I don't really go to the ocean that much anymore either. It's too much of a hassle. Honey, you're getting so excited. But I have to admit, I'm looking forward to the summer festival myself. Yeah, can I get 2 tickets? I want the best seats. This night is gonna be unforgettable. There are guests who come to make a reservation for tonight. On the nights of the summer festival, we have special cruises that tour around the port. I wish I could go. You get it? Yeah, see, the hotels are overpriced. The food is overpriced. And I'm like, I could just go back home and not pay for this. So I guess at most I would just do a day trip. I do day trips every now and again. Is that everyone on this district? Who are these people? Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, I think we actually get to proceed. Ortis used to be really prosperous during the Middle Ages. Pirates would raid the ports. Oh. But that's where Juneau Naval Fortress came into play. Back then, they were called the Knights of the Sea, and they would go back and forth with the pirates on the high seas. history is beautiful. It also gets my muscles pumping. Okay? There are also records of their battles. I imagine there would be. You know what? You live your life, sir. Let's just go to the next district, which is the Noble District. Hello. Please wait, my lady. I implore you to return to the mansion. Hawkins, you followed me? This can't be. I'm so close to seeing Heathcliff again. I'm afraid you're not quite the paragon of stealth you believe yourself to be. I'm not sure what you intend to do with the scion of House Andrews. Though I'd like to avert my gaze, it is hard to do so when you make your meetings with our house's rivals so blatant. Hawkins, I never imagined. Now, Lady Mercedes, let us return to the mansion at once. If anything were to happen to you while you were out, your father would never permit you to leave your residence again. Hawkins, is that all you have to say? I can't imagine you would return to the mansion if it were. Very well. Your father has plans to go out to dinner tonight, and will be occupied for much of the evening. I see. Then let's go home. My word, her fondness for that boy is truly something else. Let her live her life. Okay, he doesn't have anything to say individually. I'm paranoid I'm going to forget this house again, so let's do this first. Hi. It's a wife's duty to prevent her husband from making foolish mistakes. Besides, I've heard some rather unsavory rumors about what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know all the details, but that's all the more reason not to rush things. If I'm ever to get into Marquis Ballad's good graces, the time is now. I don't think you want to be in that man's good graces. He seems to spend all of his money, his taxpayers' dollars, on renting out strip clubs and drinking a lot, and then vomiting all over the place. So, I don't know. Doesn't really seem like my kind of guy. But you live your life, Lord Galton. It'll be too late by the time he's named the next Duke Cayenne. Can I afford to miss this opportunity? It depends on if you have morals or not. Do you? Right, I can't approach from this side of the sofa. Hey, Oliver, the festival starts tonight. Say no more. You want to attend the festival with your mother and father, yes? And you would like my help with asking them? It fills me with pride that you would ask. Well, sort of, but I wasn't going to ask for your help. Alack? Alack. Is that like a sound effect? Does he mistakenly think that's a word? Did he mean to say alas? Did he jumble two words together? I don't know. I have so many questions. Oliver, will you help me? Yes, with pleasure. Bravo, young lady, bravo. To think you were capable of dashing my hopes, then building me up again at such a youthful age. Okay. It's my honor to serve such a clever and creative young lady. I shall assist you with everything I have. Okay. This butler, is interesting. The festival's today. Can I get Papa and Mama to go? I don't know. Good luck. That's it. Onwards.